Nico?
Whatever the situation was, if she wanted to move on with her life or she wanted to end the relationship with him, that should have been the end of it. It should not have been a situation where you got to take her life and then take your life, because now both families are destroyed forever here in the city of Jackson.
Destiny Stewart had a future so bright it probably needed sunglasses. She was smart, glowing with potential, the kind of woman who had her foot on the gas and her eyes on the prize. But somewhere along the highway to success, she took an exit ramp straight into a disaster named Samuel Coleman. Now, let's be honest, this man didn't come with red flags. He was the flag. Fresh out of prison, absolutely no job prospects, more baggage than an airport terminal, and a romantic resume filled with "do not disturb" warnings. And yet, Destiny thought she saw something worth loving. Call it optimism, call it loneliness, or just call it what it was. A tragic lapse in judgment wrapped in a desire to fix what couldn't be fixed. She didn't just give him a chance, she gave him the wheel. And in return, he gave her a nightmare. Within 6 months, she went from focused and thriving to covering up lies, claiming a fake marriage, and trying to protect a man who couldn't even protect himself from his own demons. And when she finally had enough and walked away, he did what far too many weak, broken men do when faced with rejection. He made sure no one else could ever have her. He killed her, just like that, as if her life, her love, and her worth could be erased because his ego couldn't handle being left behind. And for what? A man who brought nothing but chaos. A man who should have never made it past hello. So let this be said plainly, if the only thing a man is bringing to the table is trauma, struggle, and a rap sheet, flip the damn table. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads. Destiny was young, beautiful, goal-oriented, and unfortunately, delusional enough to believe love could be found in a man fresh out of prison with a rap sheet. Enter Samuel, a man whose only consistent skills included collecting charges, posting rants from behind bars, and sweet-talking women into sponsoring his redemption arc. During COVID, while the rest of us were sanitizing doorknobs and hoarding toilet paper, Samuel was busy complaining about prison conditions on social media. Because yes, this genius had a contraband phone and still had the nerve to post a video whining about his cell getting tossed.
This shit, man. Wow, that's true. Yeah, they ain't leave us with no property. Nothing. They ain't brought us no motherfucking property in 7-8 months. You see what I'm saying? Then they leave us with motherfucking blankets. They leave us with a pile of blankets instead of any clothes. They ain't got no socks.
He wasn't concerned with rehabilitation, growth, or, say, not getting caught. No, he was upset about not having a microwave and posted captions about how we matter too, while actively breaking the rules. Sir, you are not Malcolm X because you can't make ramen noodles at midnight. But while prison guards were busy finding his phone stash, Samuel was busy collecting DMs. And somehow, Destiny became one of the women who fell for the classic "I'm a changed man" lie, except this one came with gang ties, multiple kids, and zero real-world readiness. Stewart, meanwhile, was working hard, getting her nursing assistant certification, holding down a job at Bath and Body Works, and trying to get her life on track. She had just suffered the devastating loss of her father in 2023 and was doing what many of us do when grief clouds judgment, romanticize struggle, and call it love. Samuel sold her dreams from his bunk bed, and Destiny signed the lease. By June 2024, he was out of prison. She was quiet about it at first, probably trying to ease into the public shame slowly, but by October, the couple had gone full Facebook official. There were photos in the car, selfies in the hotel, and caption after caption making it look like she had just won the ex-convict lottery. By November, they were engaged. And by January, they were married. That's right. In less than 6 months, she went from pen pal to prison wife, and not in the spiritual sense. On January 2nd, she posted, "I wish nothing but them racks on me and my man this year," which is poetic, considering he was living off her. A week later, she wrote a tribute to Samuel that would have made you think she was married to Barack Obama. "Thank God for blessing me with such an amazing human being. I found my soulmate. My life is complete." Complete? Sis, you just started dating your jail pen pal. It was never complete. It was barely assembled. Then Samuel's father died in February, and Destiny was there, loving hard, mourning, comforting him, and writing posts that called his dad her father in love. She referenced their favorite shows, Love After Lockup and Storage Wars, as if they were building something more than another failed jailhouse romance. On Valentine's Day, Destiny wrote a love note so sugary it could cause cavities. She called Samuel her best friend, incredible husband, and chicken tender dipped in ranch. The delusion was deep-fried at that point. But behind the scenes, the fairy tale was falling apart. Because Samuel wasn't interested in a marriage, he was interested in a meal ticket. She was the breadwinner, and Coleman couldn't survive without her. Destiny posted his haircut hustle on March 12th, doing all the PR he couldn't afford. Meanwhile, Samuel was still thinking about his baby mama, his gang ties, and whatever freedom meant to a man who'd never been emotionally available in the first place. And when Stewart finally found the nerve to say she was done, Coleman drove to her job at Pine Forest Health and Rehabilitation to confront her. He did what too many of these unhealed, emotionally bankrupt, cowardly men do. He walked up behind her and shot her in the head. Just like that. Just pure, evil entitlement. Because in his mind, if he couldn't control her, no one would. He killed her. The same woman who helped him get on his feet. The same woman who honored his father. The same woman who called him her husband. He couldn't face the consequences of what he'd done. Instead of owning up, he made sure there'd be no trial. Both were taken to the hospital on life support. Both died the next day.
A Jackson nursing home employee is killed when police say her boyfriend went to her job and confronted her. No one inside that facility was harmed. 3 on your side's Rosalind Anderson has the latest from Jackson Police. Rosalind?
2 families are now left devastated after Jackson Police responded to gunfire at the Forest Avenue nursing home. According to Jackson Police, the murder-suicide occurred around midnight Friday at Pine Forest Health and Rehabilitation. 20-year-old Destiny Stewart was shot once in the head in the parking lot of the nursing home. Police say 29-year-old Samuel Coleman argued with Stewart before opening fire. Investigators say Coleman then went to his car and shot himself. Stewart was a certified nursing assistant at the facility. Both were transported to a local hospital where they were taken off life support Saturday.
Whatever the situation was, if she wanted to move on with her life or she wanted to end the relationship with him, that should have been the end of it. It should not have been a situation where you got to take her life and then take your life, because now both families are destroyed forever here in the city of Jackson.
And while many will try to wrap this in tragedy, let's be clear, this was predictable. Destiny was out here building a man who should have never been her project to begin with. She was too bright, too kind, and too full of life to be wasting it on a man who only knew how to take. Samuel Coleman was not a partner. He was a parasite. She mistook a man's potential for his reality, and she paid the ultimate price. Her family, already mourning the loss of their father, now has to bury their daughter, their joy, their light. Let's not romanticize this. Let's not call it toxic love or a relationship gone wrong. This was a murder. This was a man who had no business being in a relationship, let alone anyone's husband, using a woman as a stepping stone until she finally said, enough. And the second she said enough, he killed her. These aren't isolated stories anymore. This is a pattern. A grim, ongoing cycle where women with dreams, jobs, families, and futures keep dying because they gave a man one more chance. Because they believed a man fresh out of prison with no plan, no healing, and no emotional maturity was going to be a husband just because he said he loved them. Love is not enough. Struggle is not romantic. And holding a man down should never be synonymous with lowering your standards until they kill you. Destiny loved hard, too hard, and she deserved someone who would have matched her love with effort, not bullets. So if you've ever found yourself trying to build a man, save a man, or believe in someone who hasn't even started believing in himself, take this as your final warning. Because some men aren't broken. Some men are just dangerous. And if this story makes you uncomfortable, good. It should. Keep Stewart's name alive. Keep her family in your thoughts and prayers. And may more women choose peace over projects. May Destiny Stewart rest in peace.